what's up everyone? This is Zarina, your Upland newbie, and today I have two special guests from Upland Gaming. I have J-Man, you may know him as J-Mancy or Jay, and I also have Brad, which you may know by Texas or TexAg on Discord. Both of these guys are super popular. I'm sure you've seen them in Discord. But today we're talking about some awesome news they're bringing us about some Layer 2 gaming they're bringing to Upland. So without further ado, I'll go ahead and let either of you start speaking about this new project you have.
Hi, thanks for having us. Yeah, we are super excited to bring out Upland Gaming. It's a Layer 2 gaming platform that we are putting together to really add utility to Upland assets. I think it's something that the community has been wanting for a long time, and so shortly after the whole hackathon thing, we came together in groups. There are a few different groups out there doing some Layer 2 stuff. So we at Upland Gaming, we're taking the approach first to come out with our first program is Legit Leagues, which is utilizing your NFLPA legits in like a fantasy football style game. And so anyway, but the future is bright for Layer 2, and we will be bringing a lot more down the road as well.
So what is Layer 2? What does that mean?
Okay, well, there's an analogy that I like to use, which is related to the smartphone, right? When Apple came out with the original iPhone, there was very little you could do with it. It was really cool, and it was shiny and new, and there was a lot of initial attraction to it. But then in the third generation, when they came out with the App Store, that really unlocked the potential of the iPhone. When the third-party developers could start making apps and really making the iPhone a tool that became indispensable in your life. So, I mean, smartphones are everywhere now, and everyone has tons and tons of apps. So it's in a similar way, Upland, and I think this is their plan all along. They built their platform as a Layer 1. So they're like the hardware, like the iPhone, right? And I think all along they've wanted third-party developers to come utilize their platform to add additional value and additional utility. So like in our case, our games will sit on top of Upland. So like if you own legits, you'll be able to use those legits you own in our game. And in the future, we'll be able to use block explorers, structure ornaments, all kinds of things. And we can transact in UpX as well. So it's a unique kind of thing where, I mean, we want our games to be simple, classic, and fun. First and foremost, fun. We want people to have fun and be able to do more with Upland than just trading properties. And treasure hunting. So, we're really trying to bring more to the community in that way.
I see. Okay, Brad, where do you fit into this?
So yeah, I come in pretty much just to really discuss the platform itself and how Legit Leagues operates, how it works, how it functions, and what it provides to the user base. Like Jason said, we had a lot of options on where to start, and we kind of jumped on legits because the NFL season was approaching, and we felt from a timing position that we had the opportunity to put this together and put it. It's in beta mode, so we're still running analysis on point schedules and how those impact teams and leagues, and we feel we're there through the preseason games. And it just gives us an opportunity to jump right to the front of the line with something that the community has really been crying out for. You can go into Upland's general chat or NFLPA chat, and a cafe, anywhere within the Upland Discord, you can see that, people are begging for utility, and specifically they've mentioned NFLPA legits, and what are these going to be for? They've invested a lot of money into it, and so this gave us an opportunity. Jason and I communicated, and we have, both of us have been extremely active in fantasy leagues in the past, not knowing each other. I come from an athletics background, and so it was really an opportunity to take something that we're really familiar with, utilize assets that are within Upland with a community that's crying for that utility, and create this league. So we jumped right in and created a fantasy. So we opened up our Discord and opened that up to started inviting people in to get to meet us, look at our rules, and kind of understand, ask questions. We're providing a lot of NFL updates and information on players, things that we're getting updates on, so that we can make good decisions and when they start to play in the league.
I'm dying. Sorry. I have to cough.
Add to what Brad was saying there for a minute is one of our primary goals with this first season of Legit Leagues is to make it accessible to everyone. So we can get more into how it works more specifically in a minute, but basically, if you own 7 legits, you can play, and it's a game that'll last. You can have 14 or more weeks of fun. It's accessible to everyone in that all legits have some value in our game, as long as the player is an active player. We do recognize that there are some legits players who have now retired, but if you have players who are actively playing in the NFL now, it doesn't matter what their position is. Everyone from quarterback to long snapper, everyone scores points in some way. So we just wanted to bring the barriers to entry down as low as possible. We have a lot of ideas for future seasons, but first season is to keep it simple, make it accessible, and let people have fun.
So to break it down, basically right now people have these legits that, other than if another player is interested, they don't have any utility. But with your game, they will. Excuse me, how will they pay for this?
So the way it works is that we will have our own gaming tokens. So it's basically like it's like we're in an arcade. You go to the arcade and you buy tokens, right? And then when you buy those tokens, you can play the games. So you'll be able to load your account with tokens using either UPX or USD if you prefer, and then you can use those tokens to play any game we have on our platform. Right now it'll just be Legit Leagues, but of course, we've got plans for the future. So you use your tokens, you play the game. We've got different price points. So if you're a real casual player and you just want to see what it's all about, we've got lower entry fees. Or if you're pretty hardcore and you've worked really hard and spent a lot of money and made a lot of trades to get an awesome collection of legits, and you want to go to a more competitive league, we have higher stakes and that kind of thing. So the rewards that we give out at the end of the season are proportional to the entry fee. So some are going to be more competitive than others.
When people go to, say, load their account using UPX, will they have to go through Discord, or will it be on your website?
So we are going to be utilizing mechanics from Upland Realty for that, and so you'll be going through Upland to make that exchange. So it'll be a send UPX or UPX, to a specified account, and then that will fund your Upland Gaming account.
Okay, that makes sense to me. So would that information be on your website so people don't have to go through Discord to understand what to do?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, but we're still going to put the link for the invite to your Discord for Upland Gaming in the description here today. And they can join your channel to get more information, right?
That's right. We haven't launched our website to the public yet. It is coming soon. I know that's soon is a 4-letter word in Upland, but it is coming right around the corner. We promise. But right now we're inviting everyone to our Discord so they can keep up with what's going on. They can ask any questions they want. This is another kind of cool part of Layer 2 is players have direct access to the developers and Brad and I too. So join our Discord. We'll of course announce when we're ready to open it up for registration and join the leagues and all of that.
Okay, one more thing. See, I'm not sure if you mentioned this already, but I think you said before we talked about this. Like you could have like a hat, a jersey, anything or something that's from a league. How's that work? Like, where are there like hats and football? Does a football count? Do they have that football legits or?
Yeah, so what players could have right now is they could have a difference between essentials and mementos. They could have hats and jerseys, and those can be home and away. And so that's been a big question within Discord. And like Jason said, we wanted to be inclusive this season to allow everybody an opportunity to come in. And we have plans for next season to where those will matter and they will make a difference for certain leagues. But we're still going to have leagues available where anybody can join. We're not going to exclude anybody if they have enough legits to play. There's not going to be a means for that. That's why we've created a point system for players that are not in typical fantasy leagues. If you're familiar with fantasy league, the typical player positions that you see in fantasy leagues are always your quarterback, wide receiver, tight end, your running back, your kicker, and either defense or some defensive positions in certain leagues. But you've never seen centers, you've never seen guards, you've never seen tackles on the offensive side, you've never seen a long snapper or a punter in a league. And because those legits are available in Upland, we're utilizing them. And, we've taken a hard look, and I've spent a lot of time evaluating statistics, historical statistics of those positions and how we could create a mechanism for scoring that gave people an opportunity to be able to play if they didn't have just the skilled positions that are in normal leagues. So it's going to be competitive, even with a punter in the game or even with a center in the game. You're still going to be able to compete. Yes, you're probably going to need a quarterback and you're going to need a tight end and a wide receiver. But when it comes down to those last 2 or 3 positions, your punter might actually be better than your kicker, depending on what team he plays for and how that team performs throughout the season. And so for this season, yes, of those types and styles of legits, there'll be no distinction and there won't be any bonus points. Next season, I'm pretty positive you're going to see some changes and some opportunities that if you want to play in a mementos type league where it's just mementos against mementos, then we hope to have that opportunity for you, and it'll make it super competitive. We feel like, so that's what we have right now and what we hope to have in the future. One of the interesting things along with that is, we have also provided the ability. We know that fantasy leagues are. For people that haven't participated in them, we understand that those are long seasons. It's 14 weeks of regular season in a head-to-head matchup against the other teams in your league. And then if you're fortunate enough to make the top 4 teams for the playoffs, then you're going to compete for at least 1 to maybe 2 weeks to play for the championship. We understand that people that aren't familiar with NFL or with fantasy league football, that maybe that's a lot. So we have offered weekly leagues. So these are 1 week. You get in, you make an entry. It's a smaller entry fee compared to a season league, and you play in a head-to-head matchup against another person that wanted to play in a weekly league. And for some, that may be an opportunity to learn the system and learn fantasy league, learn about football, get involved in our Discord. You know, Jason and I, we have a lot of ideas, and we want to implement some things. You know, we're working professionals as well. But around that schedule, there's 5 of us that work together on this project. We're going to be active, and we're going to be talking with people in Discord, and we're going to talk football. You know, for me, I'm a college football guy by nature, so we may veer off into the college world a little bit, but we're going to talk football, and we're going to get people excited about football. And the talk's already out there about soccer, and I've got a soccer background as well, and so you're probably gonna see our name again, and instead of seeing a football behind legit leagues, you're probably gonna see a soccer ball someday. And so this is an exciting time for us. It's an exciting time for Upland. We think that this gives Upland an opportunity to share their platform with more people and give more opportunities for.
It is all very exciting, and I super appreciate you guys. Honestly, I wasn't interested in legits, but now I will be. We got to wrap it up because I think our time's going to end here soon, but I appreciate you coming on and telling us all about it. And I think with football, if you guys do that, it's going to just be so much better for all Uplanders. So thank you both, and I'll see you guys on Discord and in Upland. Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
You too.